A lot of energy there and a performance at the Missouri History Museum today with a focus on the November election. Dance the Vote is a nonpartisan effort to promote voting and civic engagement. Organizers say it's a fun event with a serious message.
In this election, as we see, a lot of young people are getting involved in the political process, and it's very imperative that we make sure that we get them to the polls to make sure that they're fighting on issues that a lot of young people might not only face in their community, but what they see on social media, what they see on the news, and just making sure that they are being a part of the political process and being a part of the decision making.
The last day to register to vote in Missouri for the November election is October 9th. The deadline in Illinois is October 8th for registering by mail and October 20th for online registration.